Hey guys, so today I'm going to share with you a bit of a motivational talk that I gave the syndicate members a few weeks back. I think it was about 3 weeks back. It seemed to really resonate with a lot of them, and they seem to really have benefited from it, and it seems to have motivated them and actually helped them get through some obstacles and just areas of demotivation and things like that. This is basically a little talk that I gave about facing lack of motivation when you're just feeling like you don't want to go on, you want to break, you're kind of tired of making music. Maybe you're not seeing the results as fast as you'd like to. You're not getting the acceptance letters from music libraries, everything like that. I've been through everything you guys have been through, okay, that you guys are going through right now. So I am here to basically just encourage you guys to keep persisting, keep going, and keep getting through those obstacles, because it does, this is going to sound like one of those cliche PSA videos, but it does actually get better. As time goes on, as you build your catalog, as your relationships get more solid, as your relationships grow, you start to see your royalties grow more consistently, more reliably, and you lose that fear of, is this going to work out? Am I going to make it? That fear does eventually go away. I'm living proof that it actually does. So I wanted to show you this motivational video, and hopefully it helps you if you're facing any sort of sense of demotivation or lack of motivation. If you're not feeling that right now, just bookmark this video and save it and watch it in a future date, because it might actually come in handy. But the purpose of this video is to talk about burnout. It's come up with a couple of members recently that they're feeling just a little overwhelmed, or just not motivated, or just just that juice, that fire that they had maybe previously has fizzled out a little bit, and they're worried that they need to just take a break, or they're just not feeling it. And that's one of the main reasons why this group is here, is because I want to be a voice of encouragement and a reassurance for you if you're feeling that way, or if you're leaning towards feeling that way right now, that emotion and that feeling of just no motivation, not inspired, don't want to do it, kind of giving up, happens to all of us, okay? It happens to me still, almost 10 years into this business. There are days, times when I'm just buried in stuff I don't really want to do, and it kind of makes me want to go, do I really want to do this? So first and foremost, just know that that's a normal human instinct and feeling that we all go through, okay? So there's nothing wrong with you. That doesn't mean you're not talented or you don't have what it takes to succeed, because I know that when you feel those feelings, there's other thoughts that start building on top of those feelings, which they start to dig into your confidence to say, well, maybe I don't have what it takes, and I think that people who succeed in this business probably never feel this way, so I just don't think I'm cut out for this. I just don't have what it takes. Please don't think that, because it's not true. I felt that way many times, and I've just stuck with it, and I just got back into my studio and just cranked out music when I felt like I had the time away from it that I needed, and that feeling goes away. So just remember that all feelings are temporary. I like how, when I was in high school, I took some Spanish classes, and I remember this big distinction between Spanish and English, which is, in English we say, I am hungry, right? In Spanish they say, yo tengo hambre, which means I have. Hombre is man, right? Maybe I'm using the wrong word. Obviously I didn't pay attention enough. But whatever the word is, yo tengo, I have it, right? So in Spanish, they would say, I have the feeling, right? I have the feeling of hunger, right? Or I have sadness, or I have happiness, right? But in English, we associate the feeling with ourselves. I am hungry, right? I am happy. I am sad. Now, that's kind of a problem, because you are not actually hungry. You're not actually happy. You're not actually sad. Or right now, maybe you're feeling uninspired or unmotivated, but you are not uninspired. You are not unmotivated, right? It's not what you are. That's just a temporary feeling that is passing through you, right? All feelings and all emotions and all sensations come and go, right? With frequency. Sometimes they're really intense. Sometimes they're very quiet and subdued, but everything ebbs and flows. The only thing that's consistent in the world and in life is change. You're always going to change. You're always going to feel different emotions from day to day. Sometimes, I'll admit, that lack of motivation, that kind of cloud hanging over your head, it stays around longer than you want it to. It might stay around for weeks. It could stay around for months. It's definitely stayed around for months for me in my career. And sometimes those times seem to last even into years, right? And I know that that's a scary, dark prospect of thinking that this will never end and it'll always just be like this. I have to try to encourage you guys to not get so ahead of yourselves that way. You know, that if you're feeling that you're not going to ever get out of this, like you just have this feeling of like, well, when will this ever end? And why is it happening to me? And why do I feel this way? That actually is making it all worse, right? Thinking about why it's happening to you, or kind of beating yourself up for it, or just getting really worked up about why you're feeling the way you're feeling actually creates more anxiety, more problems. It kind of gets your mind into this really negative cycle, this kind of broken record that spirals and spirals into a darker and darker place. So what I recommend and what helps me is just accept it, right? Doesn't mean it's going to feel good, but you have to accept it, like, all right, and say this to yourself, maybe out loud if it helps. I'm feeling unmotivated. I'm feeling uninspired. I'm feeling that way, right? I don't say that I am unmotivated or that I am uninspired. That's not what I am. I'm Jesse, whatever that is, a human being, a spirit being, whatever you believe. You're not that feeling. That feeling is just passing through you. And so accepting that feeling as is, just like, okay, I'm feeling this right now. This is how I'm feeling. And that's okay. It sucks, right? Accept that it sucks. Doesn't feel good. We don't like feeling this way. But you got to accept it. You can't run away from it. And you also can't say, well, why is it happening to me? And this shouldn't be happening. Like that kind of talk where you're saying this shouldn't be happening, and or maybe this means that I don't have what it takes. These are non sequiturs, okay? Those have nothing to do with the feeling that you're feeling right now, okay? You're adding on to the story, and that doesn't need to happen. So what I normally do is I just go like, all right, well, right now I'm feeling just crappy. I feel like I don't want to make music. I feel like giving up. I feel unmotivated. I feel like I don't even want to make music. I feel like I'm feeling very doubtful. Say it all. Just, it's like a confessional. Just confess everything that you're feeling and accept it, and just go, but that's okay. At the end of all of what you're feeling and going through, and say, but that's okay. Because everybody goes through these feelings. It happens to everyone. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with me. It means that I am a human being, that I'm breathing, right? If you didn't have those feelings, you'd be dead. So just be thankful you're having feelings like that, okay? Because that means that you're a human being, you're alive, you're going through what we call life, trying to figure it out. None of us really have it figured out. We're all trying to figure out the best we can. But it's just part of going through life. So that's what helps me, is just to accept it, admit it, say it's okay, and then take the break you need to take, okay? Go, whatever. Walk around in the sunshine. Sometimes sunshine really does a lot for us, especially as indoor producers. Like, we're just not really getting enough sun, vitamin D, getting those rays on your skin. It really does make a huge difference for your happiness, for your, motivation, all that kind of stuff. Go hang out with a friend, right? Go grab a coffee with somebody, have a great conversation. Go to a live show, go to a music show, take a bike ride, go fishing, go hiking, whatever it is that your thing is that helps you kind of reset. Maybe you're an introvert. I'm kind of an introvert, so for me, I need to be by myself. I got to go into my own little zone, away from everybody. I can't have anybody. I got to turn off my phone, and I got to really just be in my own mental place for just a while, an hour or two. I guess it's my form of meditation. And then I'm good to go. And then I'm more energized for other people. Maybe you're more of an extrovert and you actually get energy around people, certain people in your life. Go organize a camping trip. Go, whatever. Decide to go hang out with people that give you that energy, give you that motivation, and get inspired. Do that. You got to do that. This is your career we're talking about. Even though you're not going to be making music during this time away, it is for making music, right? This time that you're taking away to get yourself balanced and to find out, how to get yourself more motivated, that is essentially your career, right? You're doing that for your career. You're doing it for your health, and you're doing it obviously for yourself. But without those times to just get yourself balanced, you have no music. There is not going to be any creativity waiting for you in your studio if you have no balance in your life. So try to get rid of the guilt that you're like, well, Jesse has this opportunity and I'm not contributing to it right now because I'm not feeling it. And this is another opportunity. And then again, you're beating yourself up. Don't need to do any of that kind of stuff. Okay. Like I've said to many of you guys, this industry isn't going anywhere, okay? It's staying put for a long time. I'm not going anywhere. My opportunities are going to keep coming over and over again, okay? There's a lot of need for a lot of music out there. So don't ever feel like this was the last opportunity that you had a chance to get your career started on. It's not true. There's a lot of opportunities out there. There's a lot of libraries out there. Again, you guys should be going out and starting to build your own relationships with other libraries outside of this group. So there's a lot of stuff that you can get your hands on, not to mention just working on building your catalog right now. Even if you have no relationships built up and you have no libraries in your back pocket, you still can be making better tracks, building up your catalog. There's just so much to do, and you're never too late, or it's not that you've missed the train or something if you skip out on 1 month. Again, if you guys remember, before I started this group in my master course, I had a brief, 3-4 months period where I guess it's not brief, but to me in my career it was not too long, but 3 or 4 months where I just told everybody that I was working with, sorry, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm kind of just, I need to figure out something else. And as soon as I decided to come back to the industry, nothing had left, right? All my business contacts were still there. They were excited to have me come back. I told them beforehand that I was feeling a certain way and I needed to kind of take some time away, but nobody's going anywhere. Okay, so I want you to just be rest assured you can take a break, you can take a week off, you can take 2 weeks off, you can take a month off if you need to. Okay, but try to cool it with the self, like the tearing yourself down talk, right? And getting ahead of yourself as far as pretending like when this is going to end or this is going to feel this way forever. It's not. It's going to pass, and just accept it as soon as possible. And the sooner, I found with any feeling that's uncomfortable in your life, that the sooner you just accept it to yourself internally, sometimes just verbally saying it sometimes helps, writing it down. You guys know how you work best, or if you don't know, try them all. Write it down, how you're feeling. Say it to yourself internally. Say it verbally out loud. It might sound crazy or kind of nuts to say it to yourself, but it does help. Okay, even saying it to yourself in a mirror, which I know probably puts you on like, wow, what kind of a psycho am I? It does help. You have a relationship with yourself, like it or not. You are, in a way, two people. Your outward vision and your inward vision. And sometimes just talking to yourself in a mirror or just out loud gets this conversation going, so that your internal psyche can kind of work through maybe some stumbling points that it has that's blocking some of your creativity and motivation that you're feeling right now. So anyways, didn't want to turn this too much into a psychology video or a counseling video or whatever, a therapy video, but there's a lot of that goes on in this business. This is not an easy thing to do, as you guys know. Most people say they want to do music for a living, and they say that they're going to work hard enough. And when it comes down to actually having that mental strength, a lot of it's not physical strength. This is all kind of mental strength. It's a lot of people just bow out and they just go, you know what, I'm not going to do that. But rather than accept the fact that it just takes a lot of mental strength and they didn't want to work on getting that mental strength to do it, they make excuses. Well, the industry screwed up. Well, I didn't get a placement. Well, this or that. Don't be one of those people. Just work on the mental work that it takes, right? Just work on getting yourself away from this business for a while if you need to, for a little while, and just build yourself back up so you can get back into this and hit it stronger ever than you did before. So I hope that helps for you guys. And if you are going to be taking a break here for a week or two and you just kind of want to step away from it, please keep watching the videos in the syndicate. Just keep tuned, and stay tuned with what's going on, because at least you'll be aware of what's been happening and sort of what are the trends going on, and if there's something that might actually benefit you when you get back in. And who knows, maybe just sitting around, even though you're not making music, just watching maybe review videos of me reviewing other music kind of gets you inspired. It does for me, for sure. When I do my review videos, like afterwards, I'm like, man, I want to go make music because I've just heard so many great tracks from you guys. So it helps me. Maybe it'll help you, even though you're not feeling the music thing right now. Just watching videos, right? And watching, or go on YouTube and try to find some of your favorite bands or producers and watch them work in a studio. Sometimes just watching people do music or talk about music or whatever, it will put you back in that creative space to get back on the horse and do some great work. So hang in there, guys. I know it's tough sometimes and it's tricky, but that's what I'm here for. That's what we're here for each other, is to support each other and to, help each other get through this business. It is not an easy one to get through, but you guys can do it. I believe that if you guys want to work hard enough and you want to do, you want to go the long distance with this, and I believe that all of you guys get that. I mean, obviously, if you've gone this far into the syndicate, you understand what it takes to succeed. So I don't have any doubts for that. I just want to be that voice to help you through these moments of doubt or, frustration. So anyways, I'm going to stop rambling now. All right. Have a great day, guys. Can't wait to hear your tracks, and look out for a review video sometime tomorrow afternoon, maybe night, depending on how long the review video takes.